Today's video is brought to you by Spigen SGP, makers of the most badass screen shields on the market. What is going on, guys? Jonathan here with TLD with my review of the iPad mini, and no matter how you look at it, it is a miniature sized iPad. So first and foremost, that means it is rocking a smaller 7.9-inch display, and as a point of reference, here is how it looks sandwiched in between its two brothers. The bigger 9.7-inch 4th generation iPad, and to the left, the smaller 4-inch 5th generation iPod Touch. And as one more point of reference, here is how it looks caught between its two enemies. To the right, the 7-inch Nexus 7, and to the left, the 5.5-inch half phone, half tablet monster, the Galaxy Note 2. Now, as far as the display goes, unfortunately, it is not Retina, so that means it boasts a 1024 by 768 resolution, same as the iPad 1, same as the iPad 2, but it obviously does fall short of the current full-size Retina iPad, as well as the iPhone 5 and the 5th generation iPod Touch. Now, I will say the non-Retina resolution is less noticeable on the iPad mini's smaller screen as opposed to the bigger iPad 2, for example, but if you have been exposed to or really accustomed to Retina displays or just high resolution screens in general, then it definitely is noticeable and might be a drawback for those people. Now, as far as design goes, the iPad mini comes in two colors, the first of them being black and slate, which kind of has more of a brushed anodized aluminum look, real deep black matte with almost a hint of blue if you hold it up to the light. And you got black hardware, black buttons, and overall it just looks badass. Now, as far as the white and silver goes, it's definitely more classy and clean, and unlike the full-size iPad where we see a black Apple logo and black buttons, we see all silver hardware on this one. Beyond that, we do have the Lightning port, which isn't going to give you any added functionality, but it is smaller, has a cooler name, and allows you to plug in the cable any way you want. To the left and the right of that awesome little port, we have stereo speakers, and one complaint I did have is I wish they would have had the headphone jack on the bottom like we saw on the iPhone 5 and the iPod Touch instead of on the top like they currently do on the iPad mini. Now, as far as cameras go, on the front we have a 720p FaceTime HD camera, and on the back we have a 5 megapixel